Hi, welcome to another episode of Madras Political Review. I'm your host, S. Muralidharan. We're going to discuss a few things. We start with NDA, where we have TTV Dinakaran, who has come into the fold. And he didn't come in just like that because he had most of his criminal cases coming up for hearing. So he had no choice. And a good thing about his arrival is last elections, in some 10 constituencies, he took away substantial votes of ADMK. So that's going to come back into the kitty. Now, let's not forget the difference between ADMK and DMK in the last election was only 3.5% vote share. So that's he will bring in substantial amount of votes into the kitty, so it will further strengthen. And we might have Rajamata, that is Sasikala, campaigning for the NDA in the coming elections. OPS is down and out, and he's as good as dead meat. And all his friends also have deserted him, and they've gone and joined DMK. And it's all a traitor is always a traitor. So that's the word on OPS. Then Senior Ramdas might come in to the fold, and DMDK also. Minority, some of them who are betrayed by the fascist and draconian DMK government. We have seen even Islamic actors being killed when they try to raise their voice against illegal mining or sand quarries in down south. So the minorities also will strengthen the NDA. So that 3.5% is diluted. So if that goes away, it's going to be the entire 2021 results will be reversed this time because Edapadi will score that many seats and he will become the chief minister. That thing's for sure. With little more, synergy and strength, and there's a good possibility NDA is sweeping these polls. And let's see what the PM has to give when he comes on the 23rd. So that's all set and all good news for NDA. Now coming to TVK and blunders after blunders is the story with TVK, and it all started with Karur. We kept repeating that he should have stood in the ground. There is no script this time. He has to act on his own. He has to think on the feet, and he should have stayed back and decimated the evil forces of DMK and ensured his people are protected. But Senthil Balaji managed to score there, and because of Vijay's reluctance, and he was expecting a script, and nobody gave him a script. You're not a movie star anymore. You are a politician. You're supposed to be there, fight for your people on the field. So we thought he will learn, but he did not, because in the Jan Agan issue, they hurried, they went to the court without following due process. You go to court, that's disaster. They're going to throw you back, saying that go exhaust all your other avenues and then come back. So that's what's going to happen, and the movie will get further delayed. Could be another 15, 30 days. You never know. So because the verdict is still not out and it's not posted for judgment tomorrow, so it's likely to be on Friday or on Tuesday. Monday being holiday, it's a public day. Then on the alliance front, they muffed up again, and I keep blaming their advisors. Most of them are half-baked or inexperienced. They've never been in a hot bed, in a political scenario. So these guys like Adhav Arjuna, Pusri, and the IAS guy, or CTN Limal Kumar, Arokesami, John Arokesami. This all looks like some church going, boys and playing some kind of a choir. So and it's not going to go right because things like Deepatul, the anti-Hindu sentiments of DMK, all these are going to get prominence in this election, unlike the earlier ones, because they've been insulting Hindu Dharma for quite some time. Especially the Madras High Court has picked on Mr. Deputy Chief Minister Udayanidhi, saying that why was no FIR registered on his name for that kind of a hate speech. And this man, he has confirmed that he's a converted Christian because his wife is a Christian. And being a Christian, why do you have to keep taking a dig at Hindu Dharma? That's one question. And he and his father and his aunt, all of them have the habit, along with his Dravida Kalagam boys and the communists, they keep insulting Hinduism. So that's a fact. So that's all that is going to come into play. When that comes into play, then Vijay should watch out. If he's going to lean too much toward the church, it's not going to go well for him. So that's on the other side. Now what we're going to do is discuss about Savukku. And similar to TVK, TVK is standing without any alliance today. NDA is gone, Congress is gone. And how can they face this election? Do they have the money, that kind of money? Because it costs money. I'm not talking about freebies or, money for votes. I'm talking about just general expenses for your booth workers to be there in the field and work. You need to shell out that money. Probably this election you pay, but what about the future elections? You need some, funding mechanism, which you don't have right now. And you lost the NDA and Congress. So, the only place you can go today is NDA. That's the only avenue left for you. But if you're not going to take that also, then it's disaster, is what we see as a political commentator with experience in politics for the last 10 years, commenting in politics. Then Savukku's case, he made two mistakes. One is asking Lordship Velmurugan to recuse himself, expecting some bias. That didn't go well with the judge and also the Chief Justice, where they made a representation. Chief Justice said, no, you can't take a dig at a honorable judge, and you can't be commenting on judges like this. So that did not go well. And also when Mr. Savukku Sanka tried to go to Supreme Court on defreezing his accounts and reopening his office, So that the Madras High Court, I think Mr. S. M. Subramaniam Lordship had already told him that to go to the lower court and exhaust all your avenues there. Then you come to the High Court. Instead. He decided to go to Supreme Court one step ahead. So that also didn't go well. Supreme Court said the same thing. You go to the lower court. So these things are like setbacks for both of them. So this is the news on the political front. And also another additional political story is that Tolkapia Punga, after spending 42 crores and renovating it, it's only being used by the DMK and their friend folks. And reporter Om Jaswin had brought this out from Times of India, which was applauded by another journalist called Prabhakar. And immediately there was response from the Mount Road Maoist faction saying that this is utter rubbish, etc. Because we keep seeing him, being the photographer for the chief minister when he goes for walks. And this man, I don't know why he has to come and defend it so, boldly when the whole world has seen him, doing all sort of things with the chief minister, acting in some of his videos. So NRAM does not, it doesn't for his, it's for his kind of legendary history which he has. And he is today being seen as a proper stooge of DMK and defending in something as silly and stupid as this. With that, I leave you. Thank you very much for listening.